You've spent your life chasing seamless unity, eliminating every discord, smoothing every edge, silencing every note that clangs out of tune. You believed harmony meant perfection, a single melody flowing without interruption. But true resonance emerges not from uniformity, but from the interplay of contrasting voices. Today you will step into the dissonance, welcome its jarring chords, feel its electric tension, and discover the deeper harmony that arises when every note, however rough, is given space to sing. You begin by closing your eyes and listening to your own soundtrack, the rapid pulse of your breath, the soft murmur of your heartbeat, the whisper of your thoughts clashing in the stillness. You notice the friction between what you want and what you fear, the push-pull of longing and resistance. You let these inner collisions play out without judgment. You tell yourself, I honor every note. And in that allowance, the tension transforms from noise to texture. You open your eyes and look around your room. You see a symphony of objects, the smooth surface of your desk, the rough grain of its wood, the gleam of a polished pen, the crumple of discarded notes, the bright window light, the deep shadow in the corner. You let your gaze move freely, absorbing the contrast. You sense that each element contributes its own tone to the whole. You step toward the corner and brush your finger along the textured wall, feeling how roughness anchors you in reality, just as softness lifts you toward imagination. You move to your instrument of choice, pen and paper, guitar, or keyboard, and invite the first discordant thought to guide your hand. You write a phrase that feels awkward, you strike a chord that feels unrefined, you tap a rhythm that stumbles. You resist the urge to refine too soon. Instead, you let the flawed note resonate. You feel its vibration beneath your fingertips, a raw pulse seeking a companion to complete its phrase. You continue, layering each imperfect element atop the last. A dissonant lyric, a jagged chord progression, an irregular beat. You lean into the tension, allowing it to build. You feel your chest tighten, your senses sharpen, your focus deepen. The collision of contrasts becomes a crucible in which new possibilities spark into life. You stop and listen. The sound you've created is not polished, but it pulses with authenticity. You realize that the beauty lies not in smoothing the edges, but in weaving the rough notes into a tapestry of texture. You sense an underlying current, a pulse that binds the discord into a cohesive form. You hum along, finding the hidden resonance that emerges when dissonance is honored rather than erased. You carry this practice into your daily interactions. When someone's opinion clashes with your own, you resist the reflex to dismiss or attack. Instead, you lean in, curious about the tension. You ask questions that invite their dissonance to sing, help me understand why you feel that way. You listen to the jarring notes of their perspective and allow them to echo in your mind. You feel the friction and let it guide you toward deeper understanding, discovering a harmony that transcends either viewpoint alone. You apply the same approach to your work. When a project feels uneven, ideas that pull in different directions, feedback that contradicts itself, you sit with the discomfort. You map each conflicting element, placing them side by side on paper or screen. You let the tension speak. Here lies your blind spot. Here lies the spark of innovation. You weave these contrasts into a new design, a revised draft, a bold experiment. You feel the edges sharpen as the whole becomes richer for its complexity. You honor the dissonance in your emotions as well. When joy and sorrow intermingle, when excitement flares alongside anxiety, you resist the impulse to push one away. You sit with the full spectrum, breathing into each note. You let the sadness deepen the sweetness of your joy, the nervousness sharpen your focus, the longing infuse your gratitude. In this embrace, you discover a chord of lived wholeness. At day's end, you return to your creative space and refine the composition you began. You temper the rough edges with intentional counterpoints, Soft harmonies that honor the tension, bridging gaps with empathetic chords. You step back and listen to the complete piece. It breathes, it pulses, it resonates with the full range of your humanity. You journal your experience. The moments you welcome discord, the insights born from tension, the harmony that crystallized in the overlap. You note how each jarring encounter became a doorway to deeper connection, each creative stumble a spark for genuine innovation. You close your practice by humming the final melody, listening to how its dissonant beginnings transformed into a complex harmony that could never have existed without those rough notes. You whisper your vow, "I will embrace every contrast as an invitation to deeper resonance." You step back into your world, attuned to the beauty in every clash of ideas, every collision of emotion, every unexpected chord. You carry the song of your own becoming, a melody shaped by contrast, elevated by tension, and woven into a harmony that sings your full truth,